So, as we all know, there's the narrative that Britney Spears is on drugs. All of this is allegedly, by the way. All of this is allegedly, and it's my opinion. It's just my opinion. I'm fucking crazy. What will likely occur is that they're trying to make the narrative that there will be an accidental overdose at some random time in the future. I mean, it's pretty clear, right? By the way, while we're talking about this, I should point out that a few of my videos were mass reported, one of them was removed, and all three of them related to Daphne Barrick's article insinuating that Britney Spears is on drugs. Isn't that curious, you guys? If you haven't watched all of them, I would highly suggest that you watch them. They're also about House and Habit too. Jessica Crass or whatever the fuck her name is. I'm sorry. I don't care about you to hate you enough to actually remember your fucking name, but I think that was it. I think we can all see that that's the narrative that they're forming with the Daphne Barrick articles, with the Habit and House articles, or House, whatever the fuck. Question I think we should always be asking is, who are the life insurance beneficiaries? Who can take out a life insurance policy? Well, for one, Britney Spears can take out a life insurance policy on herself. You can take out a life insurance policy on yourself. I can take out a life insurance policy on myself. But can you take a life insurance policy out on just about anyone? Interesting question, right? Here's the answer. Although you cannot take a life insurance policy on just anyone, you can on another person under certain circumstances. So it's financial dependence, right? To purchase on someone else, you have to have their consent while simultaneously proving that their loss could put a negative strain on your current financial situation. So we think about that. Who could put, a life insurance policy out on Britney Spears based on financial situation and like their livelihood being fucked? Kate Hudson, whoever her manager was at the time. So some articles said Sam was her manager at one point. Some say it's Kate, but Kate's definitely her agent. Larry Rudolph probably may have had a life insurance policy at one time too. Who knows? I bet TriStar had a life insurance policy too. And you know what? We don't actually officially know if TriStar is no longer the business manager of Britney Spears. Fun fact, you know that to make decisions, you have to have agency. To have agency, you have to have legal agency over your person. If you do a power of attorney, you're giving someone else legal agency to enter you into contracts. If you're in a conservatorship, or were in one, you did not actually have agency. The conservator had agency over you to get into contracts on your behalf. I bet there were a lot of contracts entered when Britney Spears was in a conservatorship, don't you? I bet someone didn't even have to have her consent, could sign away whether she consented or not. The question is, Britney Spears can take out life insurance policy on herself? That would go to, she could put it to her trust, but generally it goes to beneficiaries, to her kids, or whatever fucking friends she has. Friends. It could go to, etc., right? You know who else can take out a life insurance policy on someone? It's actually written in the contracts and there's a clause called for it. Sony Music has something called a death clause. Sony Music could also take a life insurance policy under the same guise, because financially they invested into Britney Spears, and it's called something called a death clause. Luckily for us, someone on Reddit explained what it was. I'm just gonna put what the Reddit response right here, so pause to read, and part 2 will explain more about the Sony contract death clause, okay? Thanks.